afternoon, Singapore. Welcome again to Business Insider. Today we will analyze the case of another successful company. This time we will fly our team to the US and to Japan to unveil the strategy of 7-Eleven, the world's largest convenience store. Let's understand more about the company with our field reporter Nikhil Kapoor.
Hello viewers, today I'm reporting from a very busy street in Japan and we are outside the 7-Eleven stores. So let me walk you through a bit of history about the company. 7-Eleven started in 1927 as Southland Ice Company began selling its grocery items at hours much later than the other food markets. According to historians, this marked as the birth of what we now know as convenience stores. By 1970s, the company had grown its revenues to $1.4 billion and profits of $23 million. Now let's take a look at exactly why 7-Eleven US was so popular.
Can you imagine your life without 7-Eleven? In 1946, the store changed hours, opening at 7 in the morning and closing at 11 p.m. That prompted the name to change from Totem Store to what we know now. Although the hours have since changed, the catchy name stuck. Wondering how the company decided to stay open all day and night? After a University of Texas football game in 1963, students kept coming to the store all night long. There was never a break, forcing employees to stay open until dawn. From there, the 24-hour trend was born. Okay, you can tell the truth. A Slurpee is your favorite beverage. Well, it sure has to be for millions, considering 6.5 billion Slurpees have been sold since the launch in 1966. The chain sells 1 million cups of coffee on a daily basis. Break it down. That's 10,000 pots made and served every single hour of the day.
So as we see, 7-Eleven US was becoming more and more popular. Southland Corporation decided to license its Japanese stores to 7-Eleven Japan in a franchisee-based model. 7-Eleven Japan began embarking on new strategies of bringing fresh food to its stores. This fresh food began accounting for 40% of the total revenue shares in the supermarket. This was also the highest profitable category at this time. At this point, 7-Eleven US started facing intense competition and almost came to the point of bankruptcy. 7-Eleven Japan then stepped up and took over 7-Eleven US and started implementing the same strategies as it did in Japan. So Oscar, it is interesting to see exactly what did 7-Eleven Japan, a franchisee, do to take over the franchisor itself. Over and out to you.
Thank you, Nikhil. I guess now the question is how 7-Eleven coped with that situation and how the management implemented the turnaround strategy. And for this, let's move on to what our reporter Jose Borrero has for us with the key management of 7-Eleven.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not in Japan anymore. We are at the US headquarters of 7-Eleven. We're here with Carolina from the strategy team and with Legend from the supply management team. Thank you very much for having me here. You guys have lovely offices. I'm very happy.
Thank you, Jose, for coming. I hope you can gain some insights about 7-Eleven's strategy today.
Thank you. Actually, I'm very curious about this question, and I want to start with this. So in the past, we know that 7-Eleven went bankrupt, and I'm very curious to understand how is that such a big company that we see it in so many cities everywhere in the world went bankrupt.
Well, the thing was that 7-Eleven was very successful at the beginning as a company because it was able to have this key advantage, which was opening longer hours and then selling a few products, cigarettes, hot drinks, alcohol. But this strategy was very easy to copy by the competitors. So opening longer hours was not a key advantage anymore. And competitors were able to, when opening also longer hours, to steal our customer value more and more. So we went into a price war, and this was very destructive for 7-Eleven, and we had this bankruptcy.
I understand. How is it different now? What's your current strategy, Carolina?
Well, now the strategy of 7-Eleven is very different. We have the strategy that was very successful in 7-Eleven Japan, where 7-Eleven was able to grow together with the changing customer needs, to bring unique products to the stores, such as fresh products, fresh fruit products, and also to bring not only convenient products but also convenient services such as ATMs, pay bill services, laundry collection services, all these changing customer needs.
So you're saying that you are able to understand better customer needs, correct? How is that 7-Eleven is being able to do this?
Well, that's the key advantage of 7-Eleven strategy now. The thing is, we are able to identify customer needs in every store at the store sale level. But I believe this is a question that Legend can answer better from the supply chain team. So please.
Before we move on to this, let me ask you this last question. Could you please tell us in 2 sentences what's your current competitive advantage at 7-Eleven?
Sure. We have an ecosystem that has a capacity to change with the customer, delivering on time and in quality.
Wow, thank you very much, Carolina. Legend, moving on to this interesting system. Please, could you elaborate more for us?
Of course. Right now in 7-Eleven, we are very focused in customer needs. That it's very different from how we did it back before bankruptcy. Before bankruptcy, it's very simple. That we just supply the goods that are predetermined, such as cigarettes, cold drinks, and the order comes from the headquarters, go to the supplier. So we order the goods and we pass it to the stores, ask them to sell. But now it's totally different.
How is it different?
Right now, it's actually the store managers that are doing the order. In every store, in every cash machine, there's actually a system to capture the range of customer age and the range of their income average and also their gender. So that in our central computer we can analyze their buying behavior based on all this information. And then our analysts will give a suggestion of a recommendation of which are the goods they are best selling. And the local store customers, the local store managers, they will just do the order of the next batch supplies.
Let me see if I understand this clearly, Legend. So, you use this system to understand customers' behavior, and managers from this single convenience store use this information to place the orders.
Yes,
It's very effective system. One more question, Legend. Are your suppliers happier than before? I
Very
mean that before the bankruptcy, is there any difference?
They are much happier now than before the bankruptcy. Because before the bankruptcy, 7-Eleven just tried to squeeze values from the suppliers. By placing big orders, they want lower price from suppliers. But now, we are using the Japanese strategy where we pay our suppliers more, but we demand a higher quality of products. So that when 7-Eleven grows to a bigger company, the supplier can grow together with us. So in this way, we create a harmonious ecosystem that in the way we serve the customer better, our 7-Eleven company can grow and our supplier can grow with us. So
can I say, if I understand clearly, that right now you're capturing value from the client, whereas before their bankruptcy you were trying to squeeze the supplier instead?
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Perfect, Legend. Thank you very much, and thank you for making such a clear explanation.
Thank you.
Is there any strategy for the future?
Sure. We have at 7-Eleven a clear vision for the future. The convenience business in the next years is going to grow and grow as people and our customers became busier and busier. The problem is, what now is considered a very convenient service or a very convenient product is not going to be the same that in 5 years. So for 7-Eleven and for us it's crucial to identify the changing consumer needs and to be able to provide them in our convenience stores. That's our vision for the future.
That's a very good vision and very interesting. Well, thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much for being so clear in your explanations. And hoping all the best for 7-Eleven. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. That was very insightful. So, transforming the former American company from bankruptcy to a network of 55,000 stores was thanks to the implementation of the Japanese model. Not only customer needs were the focus of this strategy, but also working closer to the suppliers was key to make a difference. Thank you very much for being with us. I'll see you next week here in Business Insider.
It is interesting to see exactly what did 7-Eleven Japan do. Go back!